Just your emotions after the very first practice. This is the first day of the official camp before the Olympic qualification. So how do you find the team? How do you find the atmosphere, the mood?
Yeah, I think the atmosphere today was one of excitement. Guys are happy. I'm happy. Everybody's excited to be here. We talked about what an honor it is to be selected by your country to represent it, and it's something that we want to do really well here in the next 3 weeks. So everybody's I thought the energy in practice was really good. Everybody, you could tell, was really wanting to impress, and so it made for a good first practice.
This very first practice seemed to be the speed of this practice seemed to be very high from my point of view. How do you plan to give the guys a proper practice, not to press them very much, but to keep them in good shape before the qualification?
Well, it's a good question. This isn't a typical training camp where we're trying to get guys in shape. We believe that the guys are here. They've already gone through that process with their own club team, so they are in shape. So really what it's about now is just bringing everybody together, getting everybody on the same page, teaching the structure that we want to see in our game piece by piece, and then going out in practice and executing those pieces every day. So we try to be prepared before we get on the ice, so that when we get on the ice, it's all business, it's fast, and really challenge the players to think fast and to adapt quickly.
What can you say about Lisovets, Falkovsky, Henke that are and other players who are on the list, but they are not on the ice?
Yeah, so for various reasons, some of them are still with their club team, and we are working out the arrangements for them to come to us as quickly as possible. Some of them have little nagging injuries that they're dealing with their current teams, and so they're working through that process with them, and it's kind of an ongoing situation here. So we're hopeful that they're going to come quick and join the group, but we're also prepared to move forward as we are and march forward with who we have currently.
But does it mean that some spots in the list and the roster can be filled with some other guys, or the list that we have is the final one?
No, it's not a final list, I would say. It's our first list, and all spots are not filled. It's fluid situation, meaning there's, all parts and pieces are still moving until we come to that final day where the final roster has to be put forth. So, it's this group has been together before. But it's new for our coaching staff to be with this whole group and to kind of assess on our own what pieces fit best with other pieces. And as we look to build the team, we're going to be analyzing that quite carefully here over the next 10 days.
The last World Championship wasn't very successful for the team. How do you feel? Is it possible to change the mind of the players who remember it and the mind of the media and all the other involved parties, just to forget it and to go forward?
Sure. That's a good question. For me, that's in the past, right? And we can only control what we do today and what we do moving forward. And the big message to the group is that in order for us to have success, we need to come together as one group. We have to find alignment in all the players, the coaching staff, the management. We need to make sure we're all on the same page. We are a team. We're going to fight together, and we're going to win together, or we're going to lose together. And I believe if we can come together in a manner in which I believe is possible for this group, we can find success.
There are many very young guys in the team. I think that Andrei Stas is the only one who has an experience of the Olympic Games.
Well, I think the makeup of the team right now is kind of symbolic of the transition the country is going through as far as the changing of a guard, right? We've talked about that before, the transition process from like the older generation players to the new. And so this team kind of represents a little bit of both. We have experienced players who played in very meaningful games in their careers, which are going to be very valuable to the team. And we have a lot of young, new faces who bring energy, who bring that hunger and that fighting spirit, and they're excited to really get this opportunity. So I think when we blend it all together, that's the key, is finding that right balance. And I think we have a lot of really interesting pieces here that we have to put together and make work, and it's exciting.
Андрей Стась буквально за секунду вспомнил свои Олимпийские игры в деталях, какие-то особенные моменты, как он считает, сможет ли, может быть, и он в том числе донести, что Олимпийские игры — это абсолютно другой этап в карьере любого хоккеиста.
Well, I think that's one of the main reasons Stasi's here is because he represents that. He's a well-accoladed player. He's won a Gagarin Cup. He's played in the KHL a long time. He's represented Belarus many, many times, and he's been in the Olympics. So he's a great example for these young guys and a fountain of information. And that's part of his job, is to pass that along. And that's the culture that we want to build here, is that we're, the older players are here to help the younger players and so we can keep building success. And we don't want to put down the young players because they're the future. So we want to help build them. We want to pass along wisdom. We want to take them under our arm and show them the right way. And that's guys like Stasi and quite a few others. That's what we expect from them.